Wait. Alright, everyone, it's time to go at it again. Ubisoft on the men, from France to Tokyo, and here is then. Wait, what?
What a great start!
What?
The audio was cutting out from the mics.
Wow.
To be fair, these things happen.
Yeah.
I know, it's hilarious nonetheless.
Anyway.
Also, no any shot either. Automatically 1 point.
Oh, God.
She wasn't there last year either.
I know, that's the same. Also, the stage looks smaller than the previous year.
Okay, Ubisoft, we're ready when you're finally ready.
Are you ready, Pedro?
Are you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Guys,
Jova, the last
for
thing
time.
I want is to give my soul to a gaming company, please.
But EA kind of does that already.
I've already done it. I've already done
Alright,
it. To
Alright,
we're
everyone.
starting with a
Are you-
trailer, might as
Now,
well, sure.
Yep. Now ready for Assassin's Odyssey. Yeah, obvious joke.
Oh no, it's a recap sort of
Trevor,
thing.
wouldn't that have been more appropriate for the Nintendo one?
But Dibs, the new Assassin's Creed game is Odyssey.
Ubisoft E3 conference at...
Ubi free. Ha 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 ha.
Alright,
Alright.
on what we started?
We'll start off with.
Rainbows.
Panda?
Oh crap! The
Dancing
stream's
Panda.
glitching already.
Don't tell me, oh, it's Just Dance, we're taking that immediately out of the way. Sure.
I guess.
A dancing panda.
This
Yeah,
is
this
clearly
is
the
what-
Just Dance shenanigans.
This is what the World Wildlife Fund did when they won that lawsuit against the World Wrestling Federation for the name.
So, yeah, anyway, last year, Ubisoft surprised us with actually giving one of the best E3s of 2017. So, we're going into this E3 with them announcing, of course, another Tom Clancy's The Division, something nobody was really asking for, and another Assassin's Creed game released just a year off of the last Assassin's Creed stuff. You know, something they promised not to do, but now are doing again.
I never take promises seriously.
Why are we using the Just Dance segment for the outdoor though?
Yeah,
It's
aren't you
usually
usually
made
done
indoor.
inside?
Because it was a nice sunny day.
Okay.
Oh,
Is
and now we're
weird.
invading the theater, okay.
So we just went into a woman's navel there? Okay.
That was an experience that I don't want to repeat in that way.
Well, that was
Also, there are no Sub-Zeros. I won the Sub-Zeros from last year.
so is this really just a French thing with those kind of zoom-ins, or was that just a coincidence?
So, Joe, I can trust it's not an European kinky thing.
Oh, trust me, Tio, I know the thing with French people.
Pitoff.
E3's been very
And there you go,
weird
now
this
we're
year.
invading the stage. There you go.
E3's always weird.
This has been a weird one, like,
Ubisoft takes it to the street. What the hell is that flag? Why
Wait,
is there a
the
band?
song.
Someone help me, please.
I mean, I appreciate the marching
Hell.
band.
But the panda bear. Also
They're
Yamaha.
pandering.
Yes.
Hiroi.
I want to see what's on the flag. Stop ventilating. Oh yeah, it's Just Dance. Okay.
It's just stop.
Well, yeah, the
that.
figures in the background as well.
But the tier, if
Also,
they don't.
Ubisoft, is it a good time to apologize to have made shameless promotion in the Emoji Movie about
Well,
Just Dance?
But here, if they don't. But here, if they don't move the flag, you won't be able to see what it is anyway.
Well, hey, I
Move it
mean...
in a way that it's recognizable what's written on it, otherwise it's pointless having a write on it.
Well, hey, I mean, you know, this would make for a pretty good football marching band game.
Your football, I take it, because our football we won fight.
You know what? I'm glad Bob Vader.
Hey, you know, I mean, at least the song and remixes are good.
The fun fact is that Just Dance is the only series still using the PlayStation Move.
And the Kinect.
And the Wii.
Yeah, these games are still releasing on the Wii.
I didn't know that.
There
Even
is
though
a
that was
fan
two
base for
generations
it,
ago.
trust me. That's why we're still marketing and
Coming this October.
manufacturing it for it.
I mean, okay, like I said, I mean, well,
I hope the guy in the panda costume gets paid well enough.
coming this October. Okay,
Hey.
you know what? Fine, it's part of the chorus, and hey, I like the music and the dancing and the songs, so whatever. I'll just roll with it.
Okay, we're done. Get off of the stage.
Nope, we got an encore.
Use the cane. Pull
No,
it away.
they're dancing off the stage.
Someone shoot the panda.
No, don't shoot the
No,
panda.
you'll get the WWF on our case.
I don't care. I can punch panda in back.
Okay.
No, let's see. Oh, is it Beyond Good and Evil 2?
Let's see.
Think? Or was a space monkey? Yeah, it is.
With the skull?
Yeah, the skull monkey thing with
Oh,
the
right, I forgot. Oh, so they're starting with Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Space.
Okay. Be forewarned, Ubisoft, though. You're gonna need
does
something
feel
to
like-
top this.
It does
Star
feel
Trek,
like the Star Trek Next Generation intro.
Oh, so someone colonized the asteroids rotating around Saturn, I guess.
Floating debris out in space. It's a very, very lonely place.
That's a cool looking spaceship.
When you instructed us to find a Sega,
Whoa! Wait, was that a
So-
Treasure Planet galleon?
so when you instructed us to find a Sega Saturn, I'm not quite sure this is what you meant.
Who's this old lady?
Someone was doing acupuncture. Oh, and this is the big boss. I think no, it's not the same one that the monkey took the data from.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is, the monkey. There you go. Get up.
Hey, just get up.
Dead monkey in the crow's nest. I repeat, monkey.
You got a video game
Oh,
trailer.
even
Keep your eyes
Chestnut,
open.
of course.
Copy that, Captain. Hey, Paige. Bet we could use your space chili over.
Why do you have an engine that speaks with a Spanish accent?
Melt my circuits.
Michelle,
Because why not?
you need to lay off the liquor, you know that.
Well, Tio, he
I'm
needed
surprised you
some...
didn't try a French
Tio,
accent.
Michelle needed something to cope with when he was down in the dungeon.
Jesus. That was a powerful thing.
Yep.
Oh shit, that wasn't it.
The Millennium Falcon?
Alert! Alert! We're under attack!
From
Is it
who?
is it the what's it called? The Borg?
No, we're under attack from the Michelle Hansel fanboys who haven't kept up to date.
Wouldn't it make more sense if that were the Ubisoft was just trying to keep him under wraps?
Well, if that were the case, Joe, why are they showing it?
Ayo, hold up.
What the...
What the shit? No, not the Aisha Tyler character.
Oh, we got confirmation that's Aisha Tyler playing her?
Well, she strikingly resembles her, so... Also, what the hell could have caused that? Oh fuck.
Is it the hype for the game physically manifested?
Or like the troubled development cycle that has been going on through these years.
Maybe.
No!
It's been like this for a decade, hasn't it? Oh.
Let's see. So the first...
Is that
Oh, I
Thanos'
get-
ship?
I think I get it. So basically the monkey and the girl will be the only Whoa.
What
Wow.
the... Oh, snap. I
They're
think
being
that...
attacked by Thanos, apparently.
Pinch.
Oh, that's a cool spacesuit. Yeah, I
This is-
think the girl and the monkey will be the only major survivor. Oh no, actually the main crew will be the major survivors. Oh shit, it's the Alpha Squad from the first game.
Well, snap.
What are we doing here? This is a prequel.
Unless it's a Resident...
Maybe.
Jade? Is this Jade?
Maybe they changed it too. Maybe it's no longer a prequel. It's actually a sequel now.
I think I understand
Well,
now. If Jade is a
someone's
girl.
coming. Someone's
Basically,
coming on.
I know. No. This is kind of connected to what the plot twist of the first Beyond Good and Evil is. This kind of makes a lot of sense if I think about it.
Maybe-
Also, hello there.
Maybe it'll be
But
like...
it would be spoiler enough. Alright, I guess I don't need to record the Beyond Good and Evil one of these days to give you some context.
Maybe it'll be
It's
like...
a short game anyway.
Maybe it'll be like Resident Evil 3, where it's part prequel but part sequel.
Maybe.
Beyond Good and Evil 2.
A game full of wonder, emotion, danger, and high
Is the guy on the left
drama.
translating it in
Last year,
French?
you all saw the enigmatic green-eyed
No,
Captain Dakini
I think it's
leading
a.
the legendary
So that
crew
means
on
with
our
that P
quest
maybe it was
to
Page.
discover the location
So many
and the mystery
questions.
behind a deep
So
space
little
artifact
time.
known
Well,
as
okay, so far
Yeah,
Ubisoft have a good start.
I have to say, the last year teaser, the new trailer, was awesome, but this one is actually more interesting in a
I
sense
gotta-
of making you, really makes my noggin jogging, you know?
It's really interesting though. Like the first trailer was all humor, comedy for the most part. This
This
one
one
was
Jade.
dark.
Kill
yeah.
everybody.
Ah,
And
Jesus
everyone
Christ,
skipped
that
their
image.
Age is back as the
Ah.
I know, Michelle, you can draw people, just don't show
Well,
them.
Michelle isn't here.
He's busy working in the basement.
Yeah. He's not locked in the basement now, but he has to work in it.
Are we gonna
He
see
still has
Wild
a-
as well?
He still has a small
Oh,
chain
silly
on his ankle,
Pedro.
just for
What?
precaution.
Silly Pedro. Wild was just a figment of your imagination.
I actually have a bingo square card in case Wild or Deep Down show
Although,
up.
although
Well,
yeah,
we're talking about the movie anymore, so it must have been.
although yeah. Seriously speaking, where the hell has Wild been? Like that just got announced.
The
I
at
don't
big
press-
remember. Are we sure it's Ubisoft publishing it? Let me check.
I mean, it's Michelle and Cell, so I'm assuming it is.
No, I think there was someone else.
Not to
involved.
mention, Teo, remember, the game was revealed at Paris Games
Sony,
Week by...
exclusive for the PS4.
Oh yeah, never
Oh,
mind. Tio's right,
So maybe
Pedro.
the
Actually,
Sony
that
conference.
yeah,
Alright then, in that case, probably the Sony conference then.
true. I forgot. Yeah, Tio's right. Cause like, well, Yumi and Dweebs were there when we commented on it, and we were actually
Alright,
surprised.
gameplay trailer. Way to go.
Oh yeah. Again, okay, this is a good start, Ubisoft. My only
Wait,
fear.
are we getting also from the X-Men? It's a place with the same name.
Gardens and bustling shops. But it's also a
So what
darker
exactly
underworld,
do you
rife
do
with
here?
dirty
Because the
bars
first
and
Beyond Good and Evil
dangerous
was an
backpacks.
hybrid between beat 'em up stealth and taking photos of people.
Well, this looks to have some open world stuff potentially.
From the intimate interior of a hidden temple to the very edge of the galaxy.
Oh, ship gameplay.
Fight on the ground and in space at massively
Shit, gameplay?
different
Well,
scales.
Joe, you're judging it quickly.
Oh, and she has a staff just like Jade.
Wow, Dweebs, your headphones must be screwed up if they somehow sound out a P as a T.
You say it like shit, as in,
No, Dweebs, that's just your audio malfunctioning. Anyway,
Cyborg.
okay, so that was a bit of ship gameplay. Anything else?
Again, it was the
But-
pre-alpha footage,
Dwibs,
so I
Dwibs.
guess
It was
just
pre-alpha
in-
footage.
Dwibs,
Remember,
Dwibs,
Jova,
you are
that
not an
year
android,
they
you are a
did not
human
have,
being.
They only had basic models, so basically
How
this
can
is
you be sure of that,
what
Paige?
we're doing
The
right
trip
now.
Become Human taught me that androids are people. So they
Remember,
are people,
Jova,
Dwibs.
the game was at some point scrapped and restarted from the scratch, so...
You talk about Beyond Good and Evil 2 or Wild?
Yes, Beyond Good and Evil 2. I don't know what's going on with Wild, honestly.
I guess Ansel's focusing on this for the time being.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised
Unless-
if Wild was repurposed for something
Your
else.
art here. How interesting.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
What are you
What?
doing here?
The
I
hell?
like Joseph. Hey, I love Joseph
Oh,
Gordon.
no, okay,
No,
but what
he's
is his
fine,
purpose?
but what's he doing here?
Is he gonna be voicing a character?
Fine by me. He's a great actor.
Record.
And actually a really good writer and director. I'll have to have you guys
Jesus,
commented on
those
Don
eyes.
John at some point.
Those eye bags will
On
you need
what
to sleep
now?
off, man.
Don John actually wrote and directed an indie movie, and it was actually really good with Scarlett Johansson. And it's actually really good. I have to share that movie, guys, sometime.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt, co-founder, Hit Record.
Is this thing that I've been making for a long, long time. It's really
Wait,
dear
so
to
is
me,
Hit Record a
and it's
studio
place
or
where people
something?
all over the world
I
work
guess.
together on short films or music or art, all kinds of
Yeah,
projects.
apparently
It's
studio
the
is
first time
involved
we're
with the
something
making
that's
of
gonna
his
go to a video
game.
Oh.
There you go, Theo. Justin Gordon-Levitt saved Beyond Good and Evil.
Yeah.
Hit Record.
It isn't
Hit
just to
Record is
post
Joseph Gordon-Levitt's
and promote
company where he
The
helps people make short films and all that
So,
stuff.
like,
So he's
we're
helping
making
on a
music
cinematic
for
scale,
Beyond
I
Evil
guess.
2.
I don't know if you know this, Theo, but
Contest where people sing
he
songs
played the
that
main
we could
he
put
played the
to
main character in the English dub of The Wind
We're gonna be
Rises.
really making
Huh.
songs together. And the same goes
Yeah,
for-
like-
Because I've seen his face, so maybe I've seen him as an actor somewhere else.
You know, I'm so
He was
incredibly
in Inception. He was in 50-50. I don't know if you saw that.
He was in
Dark
Dark Knight Rises.
Well,
Oh,
obviously.
there you go.
Um,
Our first creative challenges are live.
Oh, you also had the
creative
camouflage.
challenges.
My office pushing the button, like very nervous.
He
Creative
was also in
challenge.
he was also in 500 Days of Summer. That was a pretty good
Okay.
movie as well.
Okay, let's listen to this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, all right, that's it. Thanks. Bye.
No, there is apparently community collaboration. Basically, there is gonna be a contest for the graffiti, I think.
Ah, nice.
Oh, all right.
Makes sense. I remember I see a lot of games that do this kind of thing.
Yeah, I can imagine like half the people are just gonna make.
You see, Teo. You see,
Fingers.
you see, Teo. Joseph noticed how you guys in Italy love graffiti so much, so we decided to ask you
hold on,
guys.
hold on.
Let's do it.
We will be showcasing some
Maybe we're
of
saying-
the content
oh,
out
I
of
thought-
our very
They're gonna
first
showcase.
dedicated community event, the BG Fest, which will take place in Montpellier.
Oh, no,
this
I
fall.
thought we were saying
Thanks,
just a
everyone. Have great E3.
sort of release date like 2019. Oh, well.
My picture's stuck on the audience.
Not happening, Dave. What's next?
Oh no, Tom Clancy, I think, isn't it?
No, let's wait and see.
Yeah, I think it's the Division 2.
It
No,
actually
it,
said that
wait, Rainbow
Siege.
Six Siege? What are you doing back from the dead?
DLC. That game has been updated up to was whatever
That
since it's released, I
game.
don't understand
My name
why.
is Justin Kruger, community developer.
And
Roll,
Is this
roll, roll.
this is a Tom Clancy game, if I remember
I
correctly,
want to
right?
remind
Yeah.
everybody, last year's E3 was devoid of Tom Clancy, yet now we're bringing back Rainbow Six Siege, a game that's been well out long enough to the point where nobody's even really talking about it. Why? DLC.
But Jova, the MLG community online clearly supporting this game.
I mean, honestly, I'd
There you go,
expect,
Teo. 45 million players.
I mean, look, honestly,
Why?
I'd expect more.
What a waste of money and time.
Honestly, well, okay, it was consumer curiosity, Tio.
It's not
Well,
enough
35
to
million
waste money.
players. If it's 35 million players, Ubisoft will probably be just singing and dancing to that "We're in the Money" song.
Here's the thing, Dwibs. The number of players does not translate to actual sales done. That just registers how many different consoles have played it. So, for all we know, some of those games were used. Like, now, if they were boasting about sales, they'd have pretty much have told us about the units actually sold. It's a common thing.
Represents 10 seasons, 40 operators, and 19.
You know, okay, look. If anything, I'd be expecting more a sequel to Rainbow Six Siege, not DLC, like. Again, isn't it late for
Not just that,
DLC?
Jova, Rainbow Six didn't even started as a franchise with this.
Like, okay, let's be honest. If Rainbow Six had really been that big a success, we'd be hearing about a sequel at this point, not DLC. Also, we'd have been hearing about DLC as early as last year, let's be honest.
6 months of intense Rainbow Six action. And that's just one of the many ways to enjoy competitions.
Let me guess, Battle Royale.
Sixth major is just around the corner. And
I see. It's an international tournament.
Yeah, no, also Jova, no, the way Rainbow Six Siege is constructed, Battle Royale doesn't make a lot of sense.
Well, Tio, Battle Royale didn't make a lot of sense for Battlefield 5, yet it somehow made its way in.
Actually, it may be because Battlefield 5 is a standard shoot between each other. Rainbow Six Siege is more like a rescue hostages from a house situation.
So, whether you're
Alright,
a
let's be
player
on the lookout
or
then.
just a fan of esports, there really is no better
Esports.
time to get into Rainbow Six esports. And with the growth
Look.
of
Can someone
the
just
game,
drop the
community,
word
and
esports in general? It's
we
so
wanted to take a
Look.
annoying at this point.
What else? What else would you call it?
Okay, look.
Don't.
Today I'm excited to unveil a
Like,
sneak peek
tournaments for fighting games have happened
that is
way
focused
before
on
they were called esports.
Look, I have nothing against esports. Well, the problem I have is companies that make a game specifically just for esports and nothing else.
And not just that, clearly not
Oh,
without
yeah,
passion, but
that's-
only because... not
Oh,
without passion,
for
but
God's
because
sakes, it's not
it
even-
clearly...
Yes.
Why do we have to film a guy falling off his skate?
We're making a documentary about a Tom Clancy game that was made without Tom Clancy.
Well, this conference suddenly took a nosedive.
Ubisoft, you did so good last year. You started off so good this year. Please don't let us down.
Oh, again with the
Guys,
esports shit.
Did you guys honestly expect them to ignore one of their big cash cows?
Rainbow Six isn't even really a big cash cow, honestly. That's the
I'm on
thing.
about the Tom Clancy franchise in general.
Tom
There are
Clancy isn't even
multiple
real.
dreams.
Honestly, Dweebs, Tom
If
Clancy.
anything, I would have expected, for example, Watch Dogs 3 to be announced.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Dweebs, the Tom Clancy brand, while it did sell back in the day, ever since Tom Clancy died, it's kind of been, downgrading. Like, seriously.
It's the Bruce exploitation. What happened with Bruce Lee? After his
Yeah.
death.
Well, this was a short documentary.
Sure, whatever. Moving on.
Full release at an event we're not going to watch anyway.
It's 6
so-
major
Next,
Paris.
At least it was short.
Well, at least
yeah,
it was
I will agree with
quick.
that. Oh, racing, I think.
Racing game.
Oh, yeah!
Forgot.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I saw...
What is that Ubisoft owns as an IP that has...
Wouldn't that-
don't tell me
I
there is
thought-
it's a fucking motorcycle. But I guess it comes in the car.
Oh my god, they actually
There you go, guys.
did
We
it.
didn't get a car on Microsoft, but we got a motorcycle on Ubisoft. There you
And
go.
oh my god, Ubisoft finally did what Microsoft could never do. They drove the thing in.
This is officially already better than the Microsoft.
Yes, believe
They
so.
actually, honestly, I'd have thought if Codemasters had a conference over used cars.
Who the heck are Codemasters?
The
They're
people
a British
behind-
developer who
What are you doing?
make a
I don't
lot
know
of
what he's
racing
doing.
games and boy.
That was
That
clearly
was
made just for
scripted
you
in
to set
space.
fall. That's
Okay, Ubisoft, that was Bethesda levels of cringe. Don't go there, please.
so. What are you going to present, Mr. Neckbeard?
Also, instant meme right there, the guy crashing into something. If this E3 crashes and burns, you can bet your rear ends that gift's gonna be...
That would be the symbolism.
Yeah, that gift's gonna be reproduced a lot.
Anti-Invest. What the hell is that name? I don't even know how to pronounce it.
Allow me.
Is it Spanish?
Is
Allow
this
me.
gonna be?
Allow me. Anti-levosa.
Sure.
Is this gonna be?
Oh, it's that motorcycle crashing to the.
This is gonna be. It's gonna be
Trials Rising.
clumsy biker simulator.
Yeah.
I think this
I
game
don't
is
remember
called...
what it's called, but I remember when Ubisoft had
I think
it,
this game is called Trials Rising.
Possible. Whee! Sure,
Ride
it's
around the world.
sure it's mindless fun.
Wow, the new
I wouldn't personally
Excitebike looks
try it,
amazing.
but it's mindless fun. So it basically was created on the success of Happy Wheels back in the day. So it makes sense, and it made a lot of success. So.
It feels a lot like a modern version of Excitebike.
Yeah, that's what I said. The new Excitebike game is looking
Would it
hot.
be interesting if he gets a Switch release and there's a theme, the Excited Bike costume?
Who makes
or something?
Excitebike?
Oh shit!
Nintendo.
Well, Ubisoft has been very good about supporting the Switch, so maybe.
Nintendo dreams. Hell yeah!
Yeah. Bonk.
Master
All
your.
racing games are harmless in general, so. fine.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Ironic,
That reminds me though, I still haven't
people-
picked up.
Ironic considering the characters in this game get harmed quite heavily.
I still
Yeah.
haven't picked up Gran Turismo Sport yet.
Do you care about it?
Jesus!
Well, I like-
Symbolism.
Well, I like Gran
Trials
Turismo.
Rising.
I like-
Taste victory.
I like Gran Turismo.
Yeah, but does this new Gran Turismo game interest you?
Well, from what I can tell, it's more of an online one.
Just gonna say, Devolver
It's not-
Digital
it's
decided-
not-
Oh, I was
It's
right.
not
It
that
is
it doesn't-
Trials Rising.
It's not that it doesn't have offline features.
Takes you around the world to iconic locations.
Hmm.
You never
Okay.
and competition
No,
is everywhere.
I'll say it later.
Okay, the game itself looks interesting. The presentation, though, is...
Could have been better, could have been worse, I guess.
I don't think he needed to do the falling over part.
Honestly, it would have been better if he crashed his bike into that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
I mean...
That would have been more awesome.
Again, that would have, I mean, he even brought the motorcycle in, like,
University of Travel Professor Fat Shady. What the fuck?
What?
Brad Hill.
Ah, get it? Get it? It's a parody of Slim Shady. Ha 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 ha.
And he's fat.
Aren't we funny?
Fat people are funny.
Again,
shit like that.
where is Aisha Tyler with her sass?
That feel when no memes to Peach.
I mean, okay. The reason I didn't complain was because last year's Ubisoft E3 was pretty hot and lit. Here, though, again, they're kind of falling into some of their old trappings, and we don't have Aisha Tyler to help us through, so...
Really? I mean, I know she had to work off a script, but honestly, I didn't really like her hosting in those.
It was the sass that helped it, honestly. It was a good sense of realization of what she was working for, but still managing to strive through with it. And she didn't just dip at cringe humor like a lot of this stuff, let's be honest.
Alright. Well, 5 years ago, I was a star player just like them.
But
But when
Trials
everything began to
4.
work, when Trials Rising, they approached me.
That's what you do on a bike if you fuck
all
up.
of the tutorial content within the game. It has been an amazing experience for me. But I wasn't the only one.
Alright everyone, in order to prepare for the development of this game, you will be forced to actually ride bicycles.
So is this gonna be on the test for this game?
Alright, question 1. When did the development of this game start?
1984.
Wrong.
Something special to help shape this
So when did it start?
Now, if you
It started 2 days ago.
You have no idea, don't you, Mr. Dwibs?
Or do you?
You're the professor, you're supposed to know.
Because when did I call myself a professor?
You're the one asking the questions.
Hey,
Oh.
I don't know the answers, okay? I haven't got them in front of me. I was told to read the questions, damn it.
Wait, oh, a release date. Come on.
Sure, it looks a game that can be released.
February.
Oh, so many games being released on February next
Oh yeah,
year.
it is on Switch.
October as well for this year.
Yeah, it is on Switch.
Makes sense. It looks a game that can be easily ported to the Switch.
And again, Ubisoft seemed to have been a lot more buttery with Nintendo this
Yeah.
gen. Okay, you can go off the
Well,
stage
The
now.
success of the Switch probably helps with
Yeah,
that.
it helps the people
Wait.
actually have a Switch.
Crashing with style and getting up again.
Yeah.
Bye.
Let's get out.
Get off the stage.
Okay.
Oh, of course.
Dun 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 dun. Oh, I see. You make these
The
music.
perfection of
to,
mankind
Ah,
as
the
it reaches the
blue
pinnacle of
Danube.
evolution and performs the ultimate deed going through outer
Tio-
space.
Tio-
It is. It is.
Not falling off his bike. Yeah,
It
Pedro.
is. It is. What did you think of the way Kubrick used this in 2001?
I couldn't tell you, Pedro. I was being distracted by the snoring.
So,
He is dead. You should not be alive after
I am
that
so
crash.
moved.
Don't try this at home.
Such distraction.
Yes,
This
as
is
you can
odd,
see,
guys.
the beautiful,
Okay.
as you,
I'll admit this is kind of funny.
as you can see,
Well,
the
It is
beautiful
kind
These
360
people are dying,
degrees.
and
That's-
it is glorious.
Well, looks more
Yes.
artistic to me than the trip becomes human.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're being squished and falling into lava.
Oh,
Wow, this really is beautiful.
Video game
Oh my
full
God!
potential and it's fine.
Oh my god, but they have not played the Wilhelm screen.
Well,
Give it
people are
time.
dead.
Well,
People
Joe,
are
it's
dead.
something-
Buy our game.
On PC, people are gonna mod it.
Okay.
Alright, next
That
up.
was okay. That was.
No, the Division 2. No, no.
Alright,
Pedro,
check
we
another
knew.
tab.
Guys, I got it.
We knew
I got
this
it.
was coming.
It's gonna be a pattern. Something else than a Clancy game, then Labyrinth repeat.
hopefully
God,
you'll see
no.
something different for this
Hey,
one.
guys, remember E3 2015 where Ubisoft had no less than 4 Tom Clancy games to the point where we had to include a counter mentally?
On Tom Clancy's The Division.
Okay, now say what you will about Rainbow Six Siege, it may have had some fans. Division was not that well liked when it came out because people had to wait years and years of Ubisoft constantly talking that game up, announcing DLC before the blasted thing was even out, and then the game was meh at
7 months
best.
later, the virus has mostly
America.
burnt itself out.
And I kid you not,
America is tearing itself apart.
Okay.
Tell us something we don't know.
Subtle. Like, I know already with Far Cry 5, this
Get the camera out of shop.
I get it, I understand what you want to do, and I partially agree with what you mean.
But
We
that's
just don't
Far
need to show
Cry.
this thing in our face.
also, doesn't Far Cry kind of cover the whole America's gone to crap division for you, Ubisoft?
Well, apparently it's not enough, Jova.
Welcome to our nature
Hi.
documentary.
So what?
Massive
So
entertainment.
what? So what popular song will they be using now? A massive.
I forgot. Did we use one for the Microsoft conference?
Yeah, I think they did. Oh, guys, look, a kid's toys and
The
drawings.
paper plane.
Guys, think of the children.
Is this
Oh,
gonna
no
be
one
like
think of the children.
The Dead Island trailer where they play in reverse the situation where this kid dies with his family or some shit?
Take a shot if they kill the little girl just to make you feel sad.
Nah, I don't know. I think they kill off everyone else around her.
Wait, Joel?
Sorry, Joel. Joel had
not
to
for
pay the
nothing,
bills.
but Joel, design-wise, Joel is not exactly the most original character ever.
I know, but I mean, it doesn't help that the little girl is blonde like his daughter was.
Oh, get it?
Tonal
Inside the place,
dissonance!
everything's fine, but outside the world is gritty.
Hey, Dwibs, it's your favorite pal, tonal dissonance.
I normally like tonal dissonance when it's funny.
Okay, I see the yellow goop. What do you want me to think, Ubisoft?
Give me your bottle, mates.
Oh, get it? On the inside, the daughter is just fine, but on the outside, life is rough.
Boy, no.
Wait, what the hell? Lara Croft?
Not saying anything.
They have to pay their bills, don't you see?
Off-screen shooting. Get it over with.
I think I'm ahead of you guys.
Yeah, I think so too. Are you using YouTube or Twitch?
Twitch.
Twitch as well.
Twitch.
Weird, the other conference went to fine enough when... oh well.
Look at all the
Alas.
strewn trash over.
Oh Jesus, the corpse of a deer. Charming.
Ew.
Bambi's mother?
I guess the graphics look good, but I still don't care about the division.
Hey, Joe.
Kingdom Hearts 3 got dark really
I'm
fast.
pretty sure this is a CGI trailer. Oh look, another dead body. And a wall that's shattered and broken. And now
improvised graves.
yeah. Again, this feels like Far Cry.
Okay, we get it. Can you just move on?
Tia, we
How
have
much do you want linger wish? I commended the idea of a continuous shot technique. It's just that it's still going.
It's better when it's done in live action, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, there you go, discretional shot, I guess. Oh, because it's the
up
paper
to 80% off. Ubisoft Store e-free sale.
Yeah, I'm getting that too.
Get away.
That's a bit awkward to be showing during a dramatic tone, but okay.
Oh, guys, the paper plane.
Unfortunately, someone has died in our midst today.
Help.
Now, half price off his execution video. Yay!
Why would you send out?
Who's
You're in
this
the
guy?
safe zone.
Help.
It's Joel's brother.
Oh, it's Washington, D.C. Okay, then.
Okay, so what's the mission here?
Well,
Get to the
yeah, in the first teaser yesterday, we had that whole speech about Washington falling.
And there was a United States airplane and everything.
Well, that told me exactly nothing about the story or the game.
But Pedro, we gotta help the
Actually,
little girl.
he told me everything I needed to know about the story. The fact that it's boring.
So yeah, let's see. Little girl, apocalyptic future. We probably have to save the girl before she dies. Let me guess, her parents probably died. We have to take her under our wing. Calling it right there and then.
It's like a checklist.
History will be written. Really? Yes.
We get it,
Wow.
Yes, that's right.
Dover, can you find me the book where he got that line from?
You mean the playbook?
From the book, from the book of overused cliches.
I thought you were gonna say the Book of Henry.
I thought you were gonna say the Book of Life.
Hey Debs, maybe we should have had a crossover between. Maybe Microsoft should have shown Henry's mom playing Gears of War on stage.
That would have, well, actually, Pedro, only if the film were a financial success. And besides, remember, that film had about as much time consistency as a series of unfortunate events.
All right, let's listen.
It's like 3 classes, Jova. It's like, I think it's like in the first game.
Wait, hold on. Let's.
Grenade launcher. And the sniper eye. Oh great, so much camping is gonna be around.
Harry Potter and the Deathly.
Okay, Ubisoft. I know how most shooters work. I'm pretty sure we've got that. Can we actually see these in action?
I don't know, Jova. I don't want to see another 50-minute trial done by people.
But Jova, we already saw it yesterday at Microsoft's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We did.
Also, I think we know how guns work in video games.
So.
No, I don't know. I did the 50th time seeing a pre-recorded video that's, that people try to make you believe it's played right now.
We're clearly very
Raids.
forgetful,
But
so we need to
guys-
be told at every possible
The
second.
Division 2, it's out
Raids.
now.
Now.
What the heck are raids?
Basically, it's similar. Basically, just like in the first, the division, it's all about getting loot. So basically, raids are
Like you
localized
raid
mini
somewhere, Joe, but
events
that's
on the
raid.
maps where you get stuff where you need to complete to get the most loot.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jover does a lot of raiders.
We're ready to outline our plans.
Really, Dupes? You're that desperate?
Wow, you're already planning DLC episodes
Well,
like that.
gee, just like the first division.
Not just that, and just like what was called it's something similar to what Bethesda did with Wolfenstein 2,
All of these episodes.
and also Far Cry 5 also. Did
Wait,
this.
hold on. They'll be free? The episodes
Yeah,
will be
well-
free, huh?
Well, okay, it still doesn't change that you're essentially telling that you prefer to, you're planning in advance to update the game as it goes on instead of delivering a complete total product.
Still though, free.
But that's the thing, DLC shouldn't be something you
so
plan before the
Wait,
game
hey
is
guys,
actually
don't-
out.
Yeah, we're having this.
Hey, guys, don't worry. They're waiting until after the conference to show us half an hour of gameplay.
Well,
After the conference is done.
But
Keep
we
in
don't have
mind,
to watch
guys,
that.
I'm the one who was perfectly okay with how Azrael's Wrath ended with the DLC episode, because that situation actually wasn't planned. Actually,
I mean,
But,
okay.
but this free is a powerful word, Jovan, but it doesn't change the fact that we're
Yeah.
planning these story episodes like
Oh, no,
that.
no, no,
It's
no.
not like in an MMO.
I agree with you. Okay.
Anyway, America
America will
it's
never
another
be
trend.
destroyed from the outside.
okay,
All
Dre.
trenders are free.
America-
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Jesus Christ, Ubisoft, you need to calm the fuck down.
really?
You know what's gonna happen?
Wait, oh,
in,
more. Really? We're still at the Division 2?
Oh, really? You're quoting Abraham Lincoln? Okay, yeah.
Guys, not for nothing, but Ubisoft has done this for all their games. Yeah, they introduce the game, a guy comes on, talks about it, and then they have a post.
Actually, no, Dreams, I wasn't referring to that. I was referring to the political subtone. Like, Ubisoft, like I told you, I at least partially agree with what you're saying, because I don't like the situation either. But the way you're putting in your nose, on the nose, onto the players, in a couple of years, you will be remembered for this. And your games, not for how actually games they are, but for what they try to be.
See,
Try focusing making an actual decent game first, and then insert what you want to say later.
see, well, here's the thing. When Hideo Kojima or Shu Takumi accidentally predicted the future, they
Yeah,
weren't
like Jova said.
they weren't going out of their ways to try and say, "Oh, look, I predicted the future." They were just making good stories, and they just happened to predict stuff. It's like this. This is
Well,
what hold on, let me finish. Let me finish. Wait, what were you about to say, Pedro?
I think a good way to say it is they made educated guesses.
I mean, well, honestly, I wouldn't even say like, well, they were trying to guess what the future would be like. Well, okay, like, well,
Oh, rabbits.
because to be fair, let's remember, in
I'm
Takumi.
not there yet.
Yeah, I'm not there yet either. Anyway, remember, in Takumi's case,
Wait.
like
Oh boy, it's rabbits. Let's see what we're gonna do
a
with it.
sequel. Oh wait, maybe they're gonna talk about the Donkey
Oh,
Kong
I think it's
DLC.
the DLC. Yeah, it's the Donkey Kong DLC, I think.
Anyway, though, let's remember, Pedro, when it came to Takumi, he wasn't even really making it based off of the
What?
future. He
Oh,
was
we're
basing
pulling
it
an
off of
orchestra on the
the
stage.
present. What the?
An orchestra is on the
Please,
stage.
please tell me when Grant Kirchhoff shows up. I want him to see so badly so.
Are they
Is
up there?
Grant Kirkhope doing the music for this game?
Oh yes,
Oh, yes, he is.
Finally, after all this year, he actually managed to actually contribute on some Donkey Kong material.
I dare say he actually also in the bass
Actually,
soundtrack.
Theo, he did the soundtrack for Donkey Kong 64.
Are you sure? I thought it was someone
Mario,
else.
it's Mario Rabbids.
No, it was Donkey Kong 64.
All right then.
He did-
No, yeah, Dweebs, I told you it was. We guessed it was.
For the support
Ah.
and all
Remember, Theo, Donkey Kong 64 was made by the Banjo-Kazooie team.
Oh my
Well,
God,
we don't
they're
get-
oh my God, they're
We
doing
don't
it.
get we don't get Kirkhope on stage, but we get his music.
I mean,
Wow. Okay, so yes, Ubisoft, you're doing the music thing right. Now, all you need is to just show gameplay while you're doing this, and we are set.
now please do the DK rap with the rabbit. Sure.
With an orchestral instrumental. Why the hell not?
Reminds me of when they had Rabbit Pete's in a music video.
No, there he is. Hey, Grant.
Well, there you go. Ask and you'll receive.
Enjoy. Thank you.
Here you go,
Howdy.
too.
I came all the
Oh,
way
there
from
you go.
Scotland for this, okay?
Performed by Critical Lead, composer and conductor. Oh, he's going
Oh, he's a
full
conductor too.
Wow.
amazing.
They're really doing this
And it
critical
looks like
hit.
they might actually
The
be
best
showing
thing is
gameplay
that if you follow what he writes about, the Grant is really a person that loves just to fuck around with people. So
Okay.
he's not even these classy.
Okay. Okay,
Well,
Ubisoft.
well, he's Scottish.
Okay, Ubisoft. You're picking the pace back up. Let's see you maintain it. Wow, they're really doing the Nintendo thing.
Yay!
Donkey Kong,
Oh
yay.
yeah. Let's hear that jungle beats now.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh my
Well,
There you
god!
go,
Wow.
even the DK rifle, there you go!
Heck yes!
Well, I've never,
Oh,
I
wow.
don't think I've ever seen the music being done live while the trailer's coming.
Actually, Sony did it 2 years ago, I think.
And Nintendo also did it, you know, well beforehand.
They did it with Skyward Sword.
Exactly. That's why I said they're doing the Nintendo thing, because Nintendo kind of were the perfecters of that. Wow, they even timed it just right with the video.
I guess he had a lot of practice.
Yeah.
Well,
It
oh,
looks amazing indeed.
it says something that one of the best parts of this E3 conference is their presentation of DLC. Not bad.
And all of these was
With a
made by
compliment.
the Italian team. I wouldn't even imagine
Wait,
that
this was made by an Italian team?
Yeah, Ubisoft
Ubisoft
Milan.
Milan.
Well,
I
how
didn't
about
even knew it
that?
existed until this, but they did work on some games until now. That's that. This is their breakout game.
Well, there you go, Tio, an Italian-made Mario game.
And apparently the guys who made it are really huge fans of Mario. So
Hey, Tio, that means that you
see
can
the
say,
passion.
well, Tio, there you go, something else good that came from your country.
It's little things, Joe. I guess. Oh,
The
Man, this soundtrack is killer.
uh-oh, it's the DK Rabbit.
He's looking a little worse for wear after the main campaign, I'm guessing.
Yep. Yeah, no, we told this episode is set immediately after the defeat of Rabbit DK
Like
boss.
an expansion kind of?
Yes, kinda. Well, it is an DLC episode, so it makes sense like that.
But it's looking like this may be like a pretty full pack campaign.
Well, it is. It's very lengthy. I think it's either him explain it in the way they told, but it's very long as a campaign. So that's also why it took so long to make.
Again, please tell me these remixes are gonna be, you know, in the game on the
From what I
soundtrack.
heard, yes, at least some of them.
Also, you know what was
That's
also
the highlight of this conference
Also,
so far.
Grant Kirkhope has done some work
I'm more
with.
partial,
26.
I'm more partial towards the highlights of deaths in that Viking game.
Oh, that was fun too.
Oh yeah, that was fun too. But yeah, yeah.
That's
Also,
a weird cello, Jova, on the left.
it is. Also, I gotta say, you know what thing I also love?
I'm cranky and I know it.
You know what else?
Jova.
You know what else I love though? That vocal tune from Mario and Rabbids, the one that they pretty much had an entire opera done by the Phantom Rabbit.
Alright, what's next, man?
You have to put the orchestra away first.
Yeah, get off the stage again.
June
Quick, we only got
26th.
10 more seconds left, but we haven't even started yet.
So it's coming in 15 days.
I'm so glad I get to hear remixes of Donkey Kong 64.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
Bit of intermission while we get that sorted out.
All right. Despite the low points, I think
All right, here
so
we go.
far this
Next. All
may
right,
be the best
what's
put
next?
together.
Assassin's Creed.
Never mind.
This is
No,
definitely the
Skull
most
and Bones, Jova, there you go.
Finally.
Oh, it's the pirate game.
Piracy is dead. Oh, okay, never mind. I guess Piracy is dead. Okay, the game is cancelled.
Ubisoft. Again with
Piracy.
the
Ubisoft
subtlety.
Singapore production.
Again, we know that you love using the Nuvo, but
So basically,
what?
Pedro. So basically, Pedro, it's a production to cancel. It's a production of a cancellation.
oh, so we're
Wait.
doing the plot. We're kind of doing the plot of Pirates of the Caribbean 3 with the British wanted to destroy everything that's occult.
Thank you.
Okay. The content itself was fine in Pirates 3. It's just the
We get
execution.
it. We get it. The
Also
interesting.
tentacle rape.
As fate would have it.
So basically, you're, as the protagonist, you're gonna be probably the last of the pirates. We're gonna re-establish their honor or some shit.
Depends. Let's listen. Also, again, there's actually a ship with black sails. It's like, dang. This really feels like it could be a Pirates of the Caribbean game.
Again, if the gameplay that they showed last year is at least the same or even more, that's gonna be a selling point on its own.
Yeah.
Alright, BBTs, now board their ship and take their captain.
Pretty much.
The captain's already dead. Yeah. Who ain't the captain, you nimrods?
We're the new captains now. We took your ship.
Oh, Mexican style.
A little bit of bribery, a little bit of begging, and of course a little bit of
Oh, storms.
Bad weather.
And
At the top of the food chain.
oh,
Shit.
Kraken.
well, they did
on.
show. Yeah, where's the Kraken? They did show it last year.
No, don't you see, guys? We're gonna have to kill the Kraken off screen because.
No, please. Oh, so it's gonna be like a pact, make.
I swear to goodness, again, this looks like it has every right
Let's-
to be a
let's
Pirates of
form
the
a-
Caribbean game.
Let's
Whoa.
let's make a creed, an Assassin's Creed.
I couldn't
No.
quite read what that title was.
Skull
Skull
and
and Bones.
Didn't we
So-
have we seen a preview of that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we did.
it-
Maybe
remember,
now we
Shuri,
know,
it
we will know
debuted
the release
last year.
date because last year they told that the release date was gonna be this year.
Of Skull and Bones, there are soulless empires. There are greedy trading companies,
Yar.
and of course, ruthless pirate gangs.
Why didn't he come out
sailing the
dressed
seas.
as a pirate?
But there
Also,
are no
why are
heroes.
you wearing a scarf? It's the middle
Hello,
of
my name is
summer.
Justin Farron, creative
Because it
director
looks
of
cool.
Ubisoft Singapore. And for the past
Justin
year, my team and I have
Farron,
been
one of the
anxiously
more
awaiting
normal
this
names
moment
here.
to invite
From
you,
Ubisoft
our
Singapore.
fans, to join the hunt here at E3 2018.
All right.
Piracy is
dead
dead.
in
If piracy
the
is
Caribbean.
dead, then why how are you making a game?
All those who oppose them.
Pirates
So your
and
next big
piracy
score?
are not the same thing.
Long live
I mean-
piracy,
I mean-
though.
That'd be like if you made an Ace Attorney game and the first thing you saw there was courts are dead.
Well, that's kind of
Well,
how
if
Ace Attorney 6
anything
goes.
to go.
Isn't that what happens in the Dark Age of Law? Whatever. Oh,
But Tio, don't
hold on.
mention.
Actual
Anyway.
gameplay. There you go.
First,
Sort of.
you need a target.
We get to
Pick up
see the
intel
ship.
on a heavily guarded
The
frigate,
Sultana.
fat with African diamonds meant for the
We
Grand
can't call it
Mogul
the
of
Black
India.
Pearl because
That
Disney's already
treasure
that covered.
will help you
Well, to
claw
be
your
fair,
way to the
ship's
top.
name can be very
To
creative
become
and
the pirate
varied. So
that no
Yeah.
empire can take
choose
down.
We'll
your
call it
forts.
the
Cataclysm,
White
better in conflict.
You must know your hunting ground.
Choose
Our
Fortune.
an evolving
Oh,
world
so you
is
can
reflected
Are you
set your
feeling lucky,
weather
Luke?
and your conflict
presented
and
to
your
you by Tom
Catholicism.
the fortune teller.
If I pick the weather, does that mean I can control the weather and screw over all my enemies?
Oh, that's a nice little mechanic.
Actually, I
of
think that's what's
fortune.
gonna happen.
Yeah, basically, in game it's called a choosing your fortune of sorts. I guess it's a way to set up settings for a battlefield or battle map.
And now I'm proud to share with you the essence of Skull and Bones.
Yeah, basically what I could do is I could
But actually,
I could
that's
create
gonna be
nothing
the...
but winds around all my enemies and
We know
sunshine.
there's gonna be a single player campaign, but will it be also only like an online only
Let's
part?
head to the hideout.
Alright, I think gameplay demonstration.
All right.
Well, considering you have a crew, I'm guessing, and having an online mode would make sense.
hideout, deep within the Chagos Islands.
That could be fun.
Again, this is as at least
trailer.
much more charm and things to do than in Sea of Thieves.
Oh, yeah.
Captain Jova, I see a treasure off the port bow.
Well then, first mate, set a course to the island right over there, but keep your eye on the
there you
winds
go.
by
You
the
can
port
even
of us.
change can even change the
front.
Yeah, the front.
But Captain, the island's only a walk away. We could just walk over to the island.
Alright, then weigh the anchor in.
Even the wheel can
Wow,
be customized.
so they've already got
The
better
water-
customization than in Sea of Thieves.
With everything loaded, let's head out.
Okay, and I guess you can pilot the ship too. But I'm guessing that also means
it's like
you
in
have to go
Assassin's
against
Creed
the
4.
wind and everything.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
it's like
okay.
in Assassin's Creed 4.
Now let's see if there's
release
some-
the specific fails.
Now let's see if there's some
I guess
on-foot
Ubisoft-
gameplay.
I guess Ubisoft were going off the positive reception Assassin's Creed 4 got.
Yeah, like we said,
Oh, yeah,
they
absolutely.
basically took the best elements of the ship gameplay of Assassin's Creed 4 and expanded upon them and just made their own game about it. Again, a very logical sense when you think about it.
And look at that, more action than Sea of Thieves was ever shown to have.
Is another tool in the pirates' arsenal.
Let's fool these blackguards.
Pedro, what are you
Disguised as a
doing?
Portuguese merchant.
Are you trying to tell us something? Pedro?
Yeah.
No, just see, guys, I'm actually secretly involved in the making of this game. You see, what happened? You see, guys, what happened was, Ubisoft wanted to compete with the Sea of Thieves because remember at the time Sea of Thieves was probably going to be this big thing. So she said, "Here's what you do: make a pirate game, but actually put stuff in it." And they're like, "Oh."
So
Brilliant.
But Pedro, how did you manage to get to Singapore?
I have my ways, Goods. I have my ways.
It's probably one of those trade route shortcuts the Portuguese were wary of.
Not to not to mention this. If I told you how, I would have to kill you.
You see, this is kind of cool. This is a cool way to make a trailer that is both a trailer on its own, but has some gameplay into it without being just a simple quick showcase. This is actually being very detailed. I like the way this is presented.
The way it's done, like, well, it also works. It's like, well, it looks like a game that can work as single player, you know, like when you're the captain to your shouting orders, or multiplayer when you're shouting orders, but some people can take control of some of the characters and go on different jobs.
Can you can you mutiny in this game?
Probably. It
We
wouldn't
do
surprise
not
me.
know yet,
Again,
but I think you can.
It also doesn't look that scripted to me, so it feels genuine.
Alright, I think there's some on-foot gameplay. Hopefully, you might go some sword fighting.
Actually, I think the capturing mechanic is like it's basically a surrender for the other ship, so it's automatic.
I christened this boat SCWRM.
This is.
I will say this, I do hope that there is some actual...
Looks like it's time for revenge.
Royal Fortune.
Portuguese warship.
Wow.
What resources do you have?
I gotta say, Pedro,
again,
this is
you
quite
see,
some representation.
This is for payback for that episode in I Am Weasel where they accidentally sunk Portugal. There you go.
Boy.
I guess, maybe.
I mean, geez, so much for Portugal not having some representation. Portugal seemed to have some of the biggest ships.
That's the thing, Jova. Back in the day, Portugal was a very important.
Remember, Joe, it makes sense. If they're trying to be even remotely historically accurate, Joe, but back in the 15th century, Portugal and Spain were basically the two big owners of the world's sea, basically.
Wow.
Of America, yeah.
So credit to Ubisoft, they're actually being historically accurate.
And varied. Also, I have to say, they seem to also be doing the whole level thing, which reminds me of one of the best mechanics of also Assassin's Creed 4. Basically, you had these couple of like 4 or 5 in total, super boss, kind of like big ships that had like super stats, like they were super fast or imposing, big. They counted like super bosses like in RPG, and I think we're trying to do also the same thing here.
To give you an idea, Jova, back in the 15th century, it got to a point where Spain and Portugal made a treaty where every territory that's discovered to the east, it belongs to Spain, and everything that is discovered to the west, that belongs to Portugal. So there you go. They literally said, okay, this side is all yours, basically deciding which half of the world is for which.
Wow.
Basically.
Okay, the atmosphere, the music, the gameplay, all are looking top-notch.
This looks dope, I'm not gonna lie.
You're Captain Joe. I appreciate the hard work you did to the ship, but don't you think the red's a little too much?
Ah, you see, the red has some fools. See, they're thinking we're flying their colors, but
ramming.
we're secretly against them. Now, strike for broadside.
But sir, what if our allies speak for the enemy?
Here we go.
Well, that's because we have a secret signal. Whoa, crap! You can Oh my God! You can actually cut through ships.
Yeah, you can ram speed into it. Is this Star Trek now?
Holy cow!
I want to know if we can mutiny.
For there is no honor among
Again, that wouldn't surprise me.
Actually, I think mutiny wouldn't be so much as a mechanic as you can just
Really?
kill the
Oh,
captain.
it's been delayed. Ah, what a shame.
Yeah.
Well,
as long as
okay.
If
You
it's
know
a
what?
post game at the end.
You know what?
then-
You know what? You know what?
I hope it's not February because that's crowded already. I hope it's like January or
Okay.
March.
You know what? I'll be quite honest. I'm not too mad about this because first of all, I was expecting it to be a 2019 release in the
Okay,
first place.
So what's
So
next?
by all means,
Assassin's
delay it.
Creed? Maybe.
I remember pink and green
Wait,
being
no.
Assassin's
Is it
Creed
Watch Dogs 3?
No, this is that game with Elijah Wood.
It looks like.
Oh yeah.
They also showed it last year.
Oh, I forgot that was an Elijah Wood game.
Elijah, what are you doing here?
Transference.
He's trying to stay relevant because he hasn't been all that relevant ever since Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Which is kind of a shame because he was a pretty good actor.
It was okay voicing the.
So now he's a creative. So now he's a creative director of video games.
Ah,
Makes
makes sense.
I
Well-
don't want it to be an actor. I want it to be a game designer.
Okay. I'm starting to see a trend here. Actors who go on to form their own companies are now partnering with Ubisoft, apparently.
We combine a storytelling
Benoit Richer from Ubisoft Montreal.
This guy looks
Oh,
like.
I see. He's doing the actual game stuff, and Elijah Wood's doing the
Have you ever
the story
dreamed
stuff.
of entering someone else's
Makes
consciousness,
sense. Okay.
exploring their darkest thoughts and most intimate secrets? In Transference,
Because it's
we
VR.
Elijah, don't
we're
forget your script,
transferring a
mates.
first-person exploration game into a chilling
You're an
new
actor. You
dimension.
should know how to do.
Again, it was fine for the as a
You know
protagonist.
when Elijah Wood's film I've been wanting to check out for a while, but I haven't.
Pretty weirdly.
No. There's
The
a
Good
film
Son.
where. No. Let me finish.
This fall,
There's a film.
VR
There's a
on
film where
traditional
he's a
platforms.
pianist,
We welcome you to
and
uncover the
apparently,
secrets hiding in this
if
mind-bending
he's threatened with a
psychological
note
thriller
saying if he
that
plays
Oh,
one
yes.
of those songs, he'll be killed.
long after
Yeah,
you put
I
down the
remember that. I
controller.
forgot what it's called, but I saw it.
This
I think
Transference-
Bioshock referenced that.
What's going on?
Eh?
Spectre Vision.
So.
Basically, it's trying to be a psychological, or the problem is that it's in VR, so.
Oh right, yeah, VR.
And
That's
it kind of looks like your typical
Basically,
first-person
These
horror
kind of
game.
games could
More
work.
like,
in-
and also, Shiri, basically, this is taking those Sega CD live action games try to be and take it to its natural conclusion. We reached that point, apparently.
See, my only issue is like, well, I mean, nowadays no one's even really talking about VR. Like, seriously, compare how much we heard about VR last year
It's
to how much
not
we've heard about
as
it this
a dead
year.
brand as, for example, the Wii was.
It's
But
kind of like it's running out of steam.
But it didn't took off mostly because of the high cost of VR. It's VR set itself.
That and a lot of VR games didn't even look that good, which let me remind you, that was one of my main points. In order to actually sell the idea of VR, you needed those graphics to be as good as possible
Not just
for
that,
immersion.
Java. It's also sad that one of the most popular VR game is VR chat, where you basically just dick around.
Oh yeah, the thing that gave
That's
us.
basically memes the game from what I've
Yeah.
seen.
Oh yeah, VR.
Didn't Resi 7 allow you to...
Sorry?
Resident Evil 7.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, had a
Resident Evil
VR
7
mode.
allowed
It
VR,
actually
but it
worked,
wasn't
though.
exclusively VR. But yeah, it did work, except for when you looked down at yourself and realized you were just about a floating hand.
Jesus Christ, man.
So is this exclusively
Oh,
VR? Or...
crap, the
I
stream glitched.
think it might be. Tio?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Was that exclusively VR or?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again,
that was Transference, everybody. Right,
Naval
wasn't it?
Fall 2018.
it looks interesting, but again, the problem is that it feels like VR is already
Alright,
losing
next.
its steam as, you know, the thing everyone's doing.
Alright, what is next? Oh, I think it's Anno. No,
What?
it's Assassin's Creed. Wait, what the
No,
hell?
no, I
No,
don't
it's way
think
too
so.
sci-fi to be Assassin's Creed.
Unless... What?
And now it's a game. No, I mean, game as in the story is you're in a game.
Oh, this is that game with the starships. Basically, they showcased last year. It's a game where you basically customize your own starship with models, a la Skylanders.
Oh, that game, yeah. I don't think we ever saw any story for it, so I guess this is the story.
Looks a bit. I'm having a bit No Man's Sky PTSD.
Yeah, me too.
Every planet in Atlas.
This is also coming to
What's interesting
the
is from what I heard so far, it's like Ubisoft are actually the better ones.
I mean, the art direction is very similar to No Man's Sky, actually.
Basically, the main gimmick is that you assemble your own ship by assembling in real life your own ship with a model and then connecting it to your controller.
I think this game is called Starlink.
Where you create your...
Yeah, it's called Starlink.
Oh yeah, that's right, that thing with the things that are totally not
As long as you
amiibo.
don't actually have to do that, you know, you can just do it.
Isn't going to stop until
I think you can, but my fear is that you get shit models because of it.
Yeah. I think it's like, well, those who actually assemble the thing have an advantage.
Although it's a bit odd to be doing Toys for Life when Skylanders isn't exactly
popular.
And also Disney Infinity basically got cancelled, and also Lego Dimension. The craze is...
PS4, Xbox One, Switch.
Let me put it like
we
this.
knew it was coming for Switch.
Oh, let me put it like this. I knew from the get-go that toys for video games were not gonna last. Heck, what I was surprised was how soon it died, because let's be quite honest,
That's
that
also
thing
the
was
thing,
gonna
Java.
fall.
The only reason Amiibo is still alive because people are not using them for the intended purpose.
Exactly. See, Nintendo were smart. They thought, hey, let's make something that's actually more collectible. That just happens to be usable for our games.
The problem is that ever since Amiibos all at this point don't really have unlocking features anymore, and they're just action figures, and that's it.
I mean, they still do unlock some
Well,
things
if
here
people
and
like
there.
them.
But yeah. Okay.
Well, a lot of what they unlock now, you can unlock in the game without them.
Okay.
I do like fight simulators.
Yeah. Okay. You know, simulators to No Man's Sky aside, this does look like it could be a good game.
Yeah, I don't mind this one.
And hey, I agree with this. I do like me some good flight simulators.
And even if you do have to use a toy model, you know, at least
is a dangerous place.
you know, at least
Well, okay, I'm gonna say it. From this point on, okay, Ubisoft so far have given what's looking to be the best
Problem
E3
is always
conference
that there are
so
a couple
far.
of things that we know are coming that we still haven't shown, like again Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
I mean, but yeah, I mean,
well, at least they informed us beforehand.
You know what's sad to you? By them showing more of Division 2 at Microsoft's E3 conference, they kind of saved themselves the bullet from Division 2 for their own conference. It's ironic. Don't get me wrong, there's still low points here, but I will admit here, there's been more high. What?
Star Fox.
Wait, is that Star Fox?
Yeah.
What? Star Fox?
Oh,
Wait.
Star Fox
Hold on. What is Star Fox doing in my Ubisoft conference?
Again, Java, exclusive content for Nintendo Switch version. Surprised that we're not doing stuff like, for example, Halo for the...
Oh, there you go. This is the great Star Fox game that we should have gotten on the Wii U.
Oh, wait. Oh my god.
They had to have Ubisoft make
Wait,
it.
oh my god. Is this the Star Fox Grand Prix racing game?
Starlink.
It's not, Java.
So wait, a Star Fox game
Wait,
announced at Ubisoft.
Starlink.
Yeah, it's the name of the game.
apparently.
Wait, hold on. Wait. So, Star Fox is in Starlink.
Yeah. Again, Java, it's a bonus content.
Events.
Holy cow, that is innovative.
Hello, Gilmont.
So basically,
A lot of Nintendo love going around.
Pedro, Ubisoft may be giving us a better Star Fox game than Platinum Games could.
Yeah, sadly.
Remember, Platinum Games were the ones at the helm.
Yeah, I mean, Platinum.
Well, let's not forget it was Miyamoto's eternal love for fucking weird-ass control schemes that forced that stupid control scheme on the game.
Oh yeah, that's right. Wait, did we get confirmation that was Miyamoto?
Miyamoto-san, please stop designing games. Just stick to being a producer.
The guy does enough good enough that I don't want him to completely leave, but
That's the problem,
yeah, he
Joe.
needs
I
to stop
honestly do
forcing
believe
it.
he did a lot of harm.
That's the problem, Joe. But not to mention, he doesn't actually do any really do that much designing on other years.
There's Miyamoto.
Hi, Miyamoto.
Oh, so I
Speaking
guess
of the devil.
so. If Miyamoto's responsible for this, I guess it's his way of paying
Well,
penance.
Nah, I'm pretty sure he's just showing up here
Basically,
as
he
a,
allowed
as a,
Nintendo's involved, so you gotta have.
Basically, it's like, oh, these French fries will actually be allowed to use my property.
Again, Miyamoto's still good for some things, but I will also... And again,
I think so.
okay, Miyamoto is still good for some things. I will admit, though, he does need to step down and know what the...
Oh, it's an air wing.
He got a gift.
So...
Basically, air wing and the Star Fox statue to use.
So, you're telling me...
I can't believe that these French posers are making a better Star Fox game than me.
So, let me remind you guys, during the Wii U, Ubisoft were giving Nintendo the cold shoulder, yet here they are now, practically being the most buddy-buddy I've seen two companies be during this generation. Like, seriously though, again, we're actually getting...
I don't know, Joe, but I would argue Square Enix and Ubisoft are still kind of in that competition.
So I take it that's going to be an exclusive.
Oh, right! I forgot about that.
It will be. That's what I'm saying. I'm surprised that, for example, the Xbox One version doesn't have, for example, Master Chief, or the PS4 version has Ratchet and Clank.
Be sure to come by the Ubisoft booth where we'll have a
okay, yep, okay, I think I may be getting Starlink now.
Everyone else, Starlink will launch on
October 16th it comes out.
Well, okay, that Star Fox announcement just elevated Starlink from maybe I'll get it to, oh my god!
I still want to get it on PS4 though.
Oh, get it on PS4 then, you'll just be missing out on Star Fox.
You have a Switch to it, why don't you just get it for that?
That too.
I could get it for both.
To pre-order the game right after the conference.
Oh, wow. Okay, you know what? Nintendo are actually getting to that point where they are not only fraternizing with third-party companies, they're getting that exclusive content that we all know and love.
Yep, there it is, Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Alright, let's do the Odyssey.
Oh no, actually,
no, it's For Honor.
I think they're making a sequel to For Honor.
Yay! Well, hey, that's good. I mean, For Honor was a good game.
The memes, there was an actual meme right there.
Please tell me they brought back Pirate Guy to do the... Oh,
actually,
they didn't.
It didn't look like Pirate Guy, remember? It was like a huge beard and a cane.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Pirate Guy, like some call me Johnny.
I don't know, it looked more like a Viking guy.
Oh, they didn't bring him back.
You are For Honor.
Is he even with Ubisoft still?
I don't know.
It should be, it's the same team.
So, okay, but yeah, sequel to For Honor. For Honor was a pretty good game.
Either it's a sequel to For Honor or another expansion.
Well, either is good, because For Honor was fun. I mean, it wasn't the best game in town, but
it
it
had
was...
a rocky start, Jova, but when they get the dedicated server, it's actually picked up.
Yeah. For Honor is actually a pretty innovative, massive multiplayer game at times.
And it does it with the stupidest concept possible. It's literally basically two kids telling, oh, I think Vikings are better than
samurais or knights.
Yeah.
And they worked with it.
No, guys, I can go one further. Pirates fight. I'll actually make the Robot Pirate Island game.
Oh my god, please tell me they're gonna include pirates as a faction.
For Honor Starter Edition, get it free on Play. Oh, I see, you can try the game out if you haven't.
What's special about Starter Edition?
I guess it's for free, he says. Apparently you can try the game. You can try the game out if you haven't.
Well, okay, but don't tell me you just mentioned For Honor just to mention a trial mode.
What have I missed?
When did you leave Shiroi? Basically, Shiroi, Star Fox is in Starlink.
Yeah, I saw that. Like, what? Anything after that?
For Honor.
Okay.
There we go.
Please
and then Dante Basco comes on screaming on.
Hey, like I said last year, this was Bazooka's favorite game.
And samurais, we already saw that. Come on, show the new faction.
Explosion. Whoa. Yes! Please be pirate, please be pirate.
I actually think those are Arabians, the Saladins.
Oh, wait. Joan of Arc?
No, we know that there was a female protagonist in this game.
Does that mean the game's gonna end with us having to burn Joan of Arc at the stake of a QC?
What the hell is going on?
Is she using chaos control?
Zavordo. Alright, let me see.
Come on, show us that new faction.
We should. Ram.
Oh.
Okay, the
It
music
all
is telling
comes
us what's
crashing
happening.
down. Wow.
If time's frozen, can you just move the arrows to make sure they don't hit your men?
Oh!
What the?
I think I know what's coming.
Is that the rhino but in tiger form from
Chinese
James and the...
people.
Whoa.
Basically,
Wait.
Chinese monks.
Oh, snap.
No. Are they just gonna have every legendary group of army people from every era in this game?
Also, this is an ingenious move because this alone will boost the marketing in China.
Oh my god,
And that's
wait!
a shit ton of people.
Tio,
For Honor, marching fire.
could this be them hinting at us finally eventually getting a Assassin's Creed centered in China,
Japan.
maybe?
We
Or
already
Japan,
had
okay.
it with the Chronicles, I think.
You know,
first
an
movie.
actual proper one that's not a crappy handheld version.
Vikings and samurai to fight. Civil war consumed China.
What console was this on?
PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
Maybe we'll get a Switch announcement.
I doubt it.
That's possible.
Well, with the announcement of the paid online for the Switch, maybe it's possible.
With a new faction, 4 new fighters, visual enhancements, and single-player content yet to be revealed, the Marching Fire update is
Oh, more single-player content as well.
Well, it makes sense because it involves this new faction.
But
What?
this update would not be complete without answering a huge request from our community.
What?
A
new
What's the request? What's the request?
multiplayer mode fulfilling.
Is it a 4D multiplayer?
4v4!
You know what it is?
What?
The Castle Siege.
Oh,
So
Castle
please,
Siege.
Allow me to introduce you to this new mode, Breach.
Breach?
So basically, you know that a lot of maps had the castle being already breached. Now I think you are actually going to have to try ramming into it.
Okay, Ubisoft, this is good. Like, you're listening to requests, you're showing good stuff.
And I always saw again a lot of potential in these games, so the
Yeah.
more the merrier to me.
As did
Opinions,
I.
Pedro, on your own?
It looks fine, I guess.
Alright.
As someone who was interested in this game when it was first shown, I am so glad that, it turned out to be good despite the rocky start. And now it's just looking to get even better.
Well, remember, Joe, we got Assassin's Creed coming up.
Well, okay, maybe they'll do good with Assassin's Creed as well. Like, they managed to do good with Origins. Again, the main issue is that, again, like Assassin's Creed 4, Assassin's Creed Origins was more like an Egyptian
if I have to be
simulator.
honest, like, maybe 2 major black spots aside, this conference has been pretty solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
It's
gonna...
the best paced one so far.
Yeah, you know what? In terms of a company showing good stuff, combined with a company, supporting itself, this is hands down the best E3. I know Microsoft's was exciting, but again, it had the exclusivity thing holding it back. And even then, I've seen even more interesting things here. Like,
There's been a lot of stuff that I'm kind of interested in, so...
And you know what? I'm honestly kind of glad that they're delaying Skull and Bones. Because, like I said, I was surprised to hear that thing was even supposed to come out this year, to the point where I was worried. So, a delay should help to polish all the more. And this new addition to For Honor is looking pretty freaking awesome.
Maybe something else happening?
Nope, still
There you
some
go,
more For
Marching
Honor.
Fire.
Oh,
16 October.
Huh, they've got a few things coming out.
Oh,
this
another
October.
racing game?
Okay.
Oh, it's
Is it that racing game that involves dropping cars from... Well, okay, it's been awesome, but let's do this.
That's the thing, the Crew 2 is supposed to come out like this month, like in 2 weeks or something.
I guess Ubisoft remember... Oh crap, we actually need to talk about that game, even though nobody really cares about it.
Plane and unleash your passion for motorsports all across the United States.
Oh my god, you are a terrible hostess and you need to leave.
Okay. This is another reason I miss Aisha Tyler. The woman could pronounce English proper. I mean, look, I have nothing against, broken English or whatnot, but when you do it this much, you need to realize it may end up misconveying certain stuff to your audience, and you're just gonna end up being made fun of it more so.
From all of us at Ivory
That's what
Tower.
subtitles
Why,
are
Pedro?
for.
At least you weren't on the stage for
You need to
long.
get some.
Thank
Well,
you.
Wasn't this the game where you can drop from the sky or something?
No.
No, that's
that was a
Battle
different.
Royale.
What? I don't recall that racing game being called Battle Royale to you.
Oh no!
No,
Wait,
not
you
racing
can fly.
game,
You can fly a plane in this game.
Yeah, Tio. George was talking about that racing game we saw at a past E3 Ubisoft
Oh, I think
conference.
that was Need
involves...
for Speed.
No. It wasn't even that. It was a more cartoony racer where, you know, two dragster races are pretty much dropped from, floating
you can fly
vehicles.
planes in this game.
Yeah. We knew this already when we saw this trailer before. Well, a similar trailer.
The crew's something I wouldn't pick up straight away, but I don't know, I like flying planes.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't even call the crew bad. It's just,
Also
you know,
Red Bull.
run of the mill.
I don't even know why they made this sequel, but the first game tanked really badly.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
the bad
they
thing.
sort of... Well, didn't the crew only have car? This one has a lot.
It did.
Well,
but
remember
it's
how
the
the
thing
crew was
with,
also online only. That did
This is
not
a
help
risky
either.
project, Clips. It needs to succeed because the first one didn't. So I don't know if there's an audience waiting for this.
Okay, first point, don't restrain it to being online only like the first crew. Like, okay, the first crew looked amazing, but apparently they had to sacrifice, you know, proper online for
Open
that.
beta, play for free on June 21st.
And yeah,
Alright then.
and yeah, like Tia said, not only does this need to succeed, but this is going to be a racing game. It's got quite a bit of
Next.
competition in a somewhat saturated
There
pond.
we go, now there's Assassin's Creed Origins. There we go.
Alright, bring it on.
Let's see. Ubisoft Quebec production.
Quebec.
I still...
Considering I'm a huge fan of Greek mythos in general and the God of War franchise, it's gonna be hard to actually interest in me.
Also, Ubisoft, you might want to delay this. Like, again, this is literally coming a year after the last game.
Oh, how original.
Wait,
Our
what?
protagonist is a Spartan.
And look at that, our protagonist was a little kid, or our protagonist interacts with the kid?
It's the game adaptation of 300.
Oh, never mind, our protagonist... I have no idea which of those two is the protagonist.
Was the kid, I think.
How did he survive that fall?
300.
Before you, I see a path.
Hi, Atlas.
He's lost.
Built
CGI trailer. Oh my god, that looks like the guy from 300.
And also, yeah, you're also
What
having
happened, Sage over?
gameplay also in this game.
I agree, dude.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna make my coffee in advance, and I'll be right back.
Hey, look! It's the leftovers from Assassin's Creed 4's boat stuff, and that with Viking ships.
This world.
We a bear.
How?
Carry the blade of Leonidas.
Leonidas? Huh. Shouldn't that be more lion-based then? Stab through the heart with a trident.
As you write your odyssey across the mountains and the sea.
Totally not 300.
So, is this actually based off of Odysseus?
No, I
So-
do believe it's actually instead just something that happens in Greece, and we're using Odyssey because it's tied to ancient Greece. And it's a journey. It represents like a journey, a perilous journey.
So, how the hell is this supposed to fit into the overall narrative?
Maybe the War of Troy, Jova.
I mean...
That means that the Trojans were Templars and the Greece assassins.
I mean, you know, at least with Assassin's Creed Origins, you know, it was literally us seeing the origination of the Assassin's Creed. This, though... Well, okay.
That's the problem, Jova. That happens at the time of Caius Julius Caesar, which is way after the Greek civilization.
Wait, then how is that supposed to be the origin if this one takes place before that?
No idea.
Land and sea, one of the most iconic and influential settings in human history, ancient Greece.
I guess.
The
Would
golden
you
age
call it
of Athens
iconic,
saw
Tio?
The rise of democracy.
It is.
Modern
Fair
medicine,
enough.
Remember, Greece is recommended as the birthplace of modern culture for, well, not modern, but the culture that inspired the Europe and ultimately then America.
So let's
with the
see.
colonization effort.
So let's see. Assassin's Creed 3 covered my country, kicking Dweebs' country's butt. Assassin's Creed 5 had us actually in Dweebs' country. And now Assassin's Creed... is this 7 or 8?
I have no idea. I have lost count, Jova.
Assassin's Creed. Oh wait, Unity was 6.
An outcast.
Syndicate
Was 7.
Oh
So
my God,
the
Syndicate
Origins
was
was
7.
8. So this must be 9.
Yeah. Wait. No, wait. Hold on. Unity was 5. Syndicate was 6.
Teams in Quebec.
I guess Origins was 7. So
And
this is
Wrestle
8.
3 years.
So yeah, Assassin's Creed 8 takes place in your domain, Tio.
Well, not really. It's Greece, not Italy, Jova. Brotherhood and 2 did.
Oh, right. Never mind. Assassin's Creed 2 already did.
And Brotherhood, remember, Rome.
Yeah, basically the Assassin's Creed 2 trilogy.
But your Odyssey.
Alexios, that's the name of our protagonist.
So,
oh, but there's also a female protagonist if you want.
really? So what is it?
Cassandra.
Is it basically a gender swap version, or is she another character?
No idea. Honestly, I don't know.
I mean, you know, it was a nice touch what they did with Syndicate, you know, having the protagonist be his brother and his sister.
I think it's also the same situation here. Alright, demonstration then.
And you play that character for the entire game.
The answer is
share
yes,
the bloodline
isn't
of
it?
a legendary Spartan hero and bear his mysterious weapon.
That didn't really answer the question, but okay. Also, bearing his mysterious weapon, that sounds like an innuendo just waiting to happen when we're doing with Grease.
a spear.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It was the protagonist as a kid, so how the hell did he survive that fall?
That's actually, remember, if you don't remember, Jova, it's part of the, not folklore, but tradition of that Sparta. Basically, it was a rite of passage. If a kid survived the fall of that particular steep rock, that wouldn't mean he would have been destined to become a great warrior for his country. What in actuality, what it meant was basically what's called social Darwinism. Only the strongest survived.
Yeah. So I guess his sister is gonna go against the norm because girls weren't exactly allowed in those.
At this point, I'm not surprised anymore.
Well, remember, Tio, it got to the point where they had guys playing girls at the theater because girls were not allowed to even act. A bear. And masks? What is this, V for Vendetta?
Totally.
And for the first
Oh,
time,
whoa. Okay, bit of an awkward transition out of that.
Oh, Socrates.
You can now truly interact with
Basically, if you don't know, guys, it's one of the most famous ancient philosophers.
Perhaps when I was thinner, both in weight and philosophy. So, tell me, were you able to resolve the
Are
situation
they also going to
without
include the
bloodshed?
other two famous scholars?
Well, there are several, Jova.
Well, you know, the main three though, Socrates, Diogenes, and... What's the third one?
I
a lot
wasn't
of
even
people
thinking
mention?
about him, to be honest.
Archimedes.
Yeah.
Also
Oh,
Pythagoras,
wow.
I think.
You can choose your dialects.
He should be halfway to Mykonos by now.
It's like Mass
Oh,
Effect.
really? You let that lunatic run loose. Are you sure that was wise?
I'm not sure approaching you was wise.
Wait, so she is a guard here? I thought that wasn't socially acceptable.
I don't want to touch that, Jova.
Tidal waves by the time they run their course.
Here's an idea. It's a video game. Let them do what they want.
Well, remember, sure, Assassin's Creed is a historical video game series.
Yeah.
I mean...
Alright, the gameplay
Yeah, but
demonstration.
it's not like they didn't, you know, make a misstep even before they put women in it, so people need to calm down.
Well, I mean, I'm not...
I honestly think everyone should calm the fuck down and start enjoying video games for what they are.
Yeah,
Just play the game!
Again, I'm not even raising a rage at it. I'm just confused.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm so sick at this point of the whole subliminal things instead of people just enjoying games anymore.
Tell me about it. I mean, I'm not even raising
Well, a lot of it comes from insecurity and people think fun is for children and things have to have meaning and shit in order to be good.
You can do that without having to overcomplicate things.
Yeah.
I know, unfortunately a lot of people don't understand that.
I'm not even raising a rage at it. I'm just confused because Ubisoft's
Also,
done
that ain't
something, this and
comical.
that. Although, you know, it's not even the first time Ubisoft's had a female protagonist, and by all means, And you know what, by all means, I'll take Ubisoft having a female protagonist over Ubisoft making a stupid reason not to have a female protagonist, saying, female protagonists are too hard to program.
You know what matters to me? Whether the character is actually good or not.
And Cassandra looks like she can do some good.
You can be the gender, ethnicity, and everything that you want, but if you have a shitty personality, no one will remember you anyway.
So, if I'm understanding this correctly, it seems like you can choose to play as either the brother or the
wait,
sister.
the trailer had subtitles, but this section doesn't. I'm getting dweebs, but I mean, I'm going to go dweebs on this. This is weird.
Yeah. So, hey, it looks like a nice set piece here. So yeah,
I'm not too keen on the hairstyles. Not in the sense of how they compose, but the hair texture, you know. They look that next-gen type of hair that it's clearly
Mostly
visible.
speaking, environment-wise.
Ah, okay.
So from what I can understand, you can choose to play as either the brother or the sister, and I'm guessing they each have sort of varied versions on the campaign.
Yeah.
So, what are we on now?
Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Creed Odyssey.
Which is not...
That's a very common nickname, Joe, Siri, ever since the inception of the series.
Yes, sir?
Here's just a... Yeah. It's not looking bad, per se, although to be fair, Unity looked fine when it was announced.
I'd say some part of Origins and Syndicate. It's serviceable, it's just not for me.
I mean, okay, I'll say it like this. This doesn't really seem like Assassin's Creed. Like, they're not even bothering to mention any modern stuff at this point.
The thing that just bothers me the most is the fact that, again, Prince of Persia had to die for this. And
For a series that kind of lost...
made that comeback that the fans of that franchise, like me, actually wants.
You know, that's actually a good point. We're not seeing much parkour here. I mean, okay.
And again, Jovan, not anything using the UbiArt engine.
I actually thought this was a new thing because from what I've seen of the Assassin's Creed series, this is fairly vibrant compared to what I've seen.
That too.
Well, when it comes to color palette, yes. There's a, well, thanks to the environment, there's a lot more green. While in Origins, there was a lot more yellow due to the desert.
Okay, this is quite Uncharted-esque with the transitions between gameplay styles. But yeah, okay, look. This game looks good, but again, I see.
Oh, we're retaining the mystical element. Okay.
Oh, really?
She just made her sword flaming out of nowhere, so.
I can't tell if that's supposed to be magic or if that's just supposed to be part of her skills to be able to light them quickly.
I mean, the closest thing I can imagine in terms of technology to do it was imbuing the sword in oil and then lighting up with a single spark, but that's so impractical to actually do like
this
that.
gameplay here is not really Assassin's Creed-esque. And you know what, I'm not saying that like it's a bad thing, but I mean, this is not really how an Assassin's Creed game functions gameplay-wise, which, again, I think this looks like it'll be a good game, but does this really need to be an Assassin's Creed game at this point? Like,
is this like a side story kind of?
My guess.
No,
That's the thing, Shiro.
It's
when
a
it
main
comes to Assassin's
game.
Creed, everything matters because, like I think I said it to you all guys already, but basically, what happens in the main Assassin's Creed setting, like the time set and everything, is just what's happening in the background of the main story that's happening in our days, basically the present. The problem is that everything has come so convoluted, the Kingdom Hearts compared to that, it's like school child play.
I think the sad thing is like, well, you know, like, well, up until Assassin's Creed 3, you could pretty much piece together things. However, after Assassin's Creed 3, we had Assassin's Creed 4, which,
and
well,
each
Desmond
new
was
game
no longer
adds a
the
piece to the
protagonist.
puzzle, so they're important for you to follow.
Here's the problem. Ever since Assassin's Creed 4, which, you know, actually did connect stuff from 3, I mean, okay, we had Assassin's Creed Rogue, which also paid homage to 3, but that was more a side game. We had, God, what's that game where you play as that African-American woman? No.
Oh, no, that's Liberty.
Yeah. Liberty was good, but that was also a side game. It's like, well, with the main games, though, the main games don't really feel that connected. Like Assassin's Creed Syndicate. What relation is there really to the past games? Assassin's Creed Unity. Okay, aside from how bad that game was, the story, no real connection to the characters from the past games whatsoever. And Assassin's Creed Origins, did that thing even have a modern timeline? I can barely remember that.
Apparently, again, it's not on Ubisoft, but it's apparently someone else coming on Twitter. Apparently, Netflix, Hulu, and YouTube are going to be on Switch soon.
Makes sense. With the implementation of the online services or services like that, actually make a lot of sense.
So yeah, again,
my guess, Java, it's one of those things where the Assassin's Creed team is so tired of doing nothing but Assassin's Creed, so
Beanox was with Spider-Man,
and that's the reason why Black Flag and now this are so, they want to try something different, but Ubisoft won't allow them to do a new IP.
Yeah, in the meantime, Jova, here's another news for you that I actually discovered like that.
Okay.
Also, there's another Microsoft IP that's also coming to the Switch, Dust and Elysian Tale.
What, really?
Yeah.
So basically, the only thing Assassin's Creed ask about this is the name so far, from what I can tell.
I mean, again.
Yeah, even the combat style, you didn't even have the hidden blades out, to be honest.
True. It's like I said, this gameplay is not Assassin's Creed at all. And you know what? I wouldn't have a problem with that if they weren't saying this is the new Assassin's Creed game. And
just pick a new IP.
Well,
is it that hard?
See, I think
also very subtle. The female protagonist mashing the testicle of the evil barbarian man.
See, okay, look. See, here, I think I know why Ubisoft does this, because they feel like, oh, we made Assassin's Creed, so that can be our only time-traveling franchise which takes place across famous dates. Like, that, I think, is the only reason they're continuing with Assassin's Creed instead of just making a new IP.
No? Conference? Oh, there you go.
Wow.
What the? Oh, the Minotaur, okay.
Okay,
sure, why not?
So yeah, downright mystical elements.
Alright, is it gonna be all of it?
Guys,
October 5th.
But guys, you know one thing you haven't done yet?
Wait.
What?
This is also coming out in October this year?
Okay, there's a recap time.
Make an Assassin's Creed game in space.
Okay, Ubisoft, calm down with the October releases, please.
Oh, to be fair, Java, September already is crowded, so I think.
I mean, it's one thing for other companies to crowd around you, but you're crowding yourselves. Also, all of Ubisoft's workers are on stage.
Although, here's the weird thing though. Even though Ubisoft have been giving a lot more Nintendo support, none of the Assassin's Creed games of recent have come to the Switch, which is odd. I mean,
I guess Nintendo knows for the better.
It's weird though. I mean, so with the Wii U though, they had those like bam.
Considering that they're behind the boss, I'm imagining that. Okay, quick everyone, clap or you'll fire us.
Not bad, Ubisoft. Not bad.
I still a bit reserved of the lack of a couple of surprises and still some very majorly missing elements. But what I have to admit, what was shown for the most part was really solid and entertaining.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. They knew what they were going in with. They stuck to their guns. And I'll admit, Assassin's Creed Odyssey was not as cringeworthy as I thought it would be. I mean, again, my main issue is that, do you really have any business calling this Assassin's Creed anymore? And do you really have any business...
So it's over.
That's it.
Okay,
Alright, then it's recap time as well, because the PC conference is about to start in half an hour now.
Alright.
So, who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Good.
Yeah, this was a solid Ubisoft E3 conference. Like, again, I had some fears that this was going to go back to just typical Ubisoft being only a few redeeming qualities, but no, the good outweighed the bad. I mean, now, okay, I'm going to admit that some of their presentation was a bit cringy with the jokes, but overall the games they showed were not bad. I mean, hey, they gave Just Dance its usual treatment. We got that out of the way. They opened up with Beyond Good and Evil 2, and yeah, it gave us a good amount, getting us to want to know more while showing that there'll be some more tones to it. Tom Clancy games! Rainbow Six Siege is just a zombie at this point. Like, it doesn't even annoy me, it just baffles me, like, why? Division 2, lackluster, but thankfully they didn't waste too much time on it. They told us enough. Back to the good. Skull and Bones is looking flipping awesome. Like, holy cow.
Yeah.
The best thing about this E3 overall is that Ubisoft has shown that they are listening. They're definitely listening. Like, not only that, we got some more content for For Honor. For Honor, which is great now and is looking to get even better. They're implementing stuff well. Starlink. Okay. That's how you turn a game that people are just, oh, it exists, I need this game. They turn Starlink into quite possibly the, well, okay, I can't say for certain, but it's looking like it's going to be the best Star Fox game we've had, which means they may have even outdone Nintendo and Platinum at that job. And it's like, again, it's looking like we may get an actual Star Fox campaign, if not actually a crossover for the Nintendo version. Either way, I know which version I'm getting, and yes, I will be getting that game now. But Donkey Kong stuff. Okay, Ubisoft have finally come full circle. I go, remember in 2015 they did a cringeworthy music video? Yeah. Now they've actually come full circle and done what Nintendo did with Skyward Sword. They gave us a full-on orchestral, composed and conducted by Grant Kirkhope right there for the Donkey Kong expansion. And it was glorious for it. That biking game. Again, the presentation... Okay,
right.
They actually managed to bring in the motorcycle. That was better than what Microsoft ever does with their car. The guy presenting it when he crashed into it, that was cringe. But the game itself does look like a lot of loony fun, and the presentation when they played the Blue Danube over all those people probably dying was incredibly hilarious. The crew too, valiant effort. I'll see if it actually does something that interests me. It's part of the course. I'll let that one slide. And
too?
I already talked about that.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, a lot of solid stuff. Oh yeah, the shooters. Surprised they didn't mention a new Far Cry game. But I don't know.
Remember, for now we're still supporting Far Cry 5, so probably next year.
Yeah.
I'm actually more surprised. I was seriously expecting Watch Dogs 3 to be announced. I guess we want to wait a bit for that.
Yeah, and yeah, again, I'm happy that they're delaying Skull and Bones for a proper release so they can give it the help it needs. And of course, we capped off ending on Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I'll admit, I feared much worse than what we actually got. I'm just going to say it here like it is, though. Ubisoft. Just make historic games at this point. Make historic games that are not trying to be historic. They just happen to take place in famous bouts of history. Because, the gameplay does look awesome. But it's not really Assassin's Creed-like. If Prince of Persia had to die for this, at least keep what made Assassin's Creed, Assassin's Creed. And screw trying to follow along with the storyline at this point. Like Tio said, it may be even more complex than Kingdom Hearts.
Not even worth it.
Kind of, for some reason now I'm imagining, an Assassin's Creed educational game announced like this. Hello and welcome to Assassin's Creed.
Surprisingly enough,
Also,
Jova, surprisingly enough, the leak about the new Splinter Cell game was wrong. There you go.
Goodness for that. I mean, okay. They're making a sequel, and I guess to be fair, they didn't put Tom Clancy's name up front and center like they did in 2015.
For the most part. The Division was still boring, but I guess it was contained.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed Odyssey does look like it'll be fun. So, okay. I mean, yeah, they had a lot of trippings here and there, more so than last year, but still, I'd say this conference was solid enough to give it either a B+ or an A-, somewhere in that range. But yeah, pretty good, and yeah, I'm gonna say it's been the best E3 conference so far. Objectively speaking. Next.
Can I go next?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, nose issues again. Again, it was fine, and unlike some of the previous conferences, this is the one that actually has me tempted to get the most games. More specifically, the BMX one, the pirate one, and the spaceship one. I know they have names, but I'm just gonna call them those. Okay.
We know what you're talking about anyway.
Good.
Yeah. Yes, I'm talking about Star Fox. No, wait, never mind.
That's what people are probably going to be
Star
calling
Fox
Starlink.
And Johnny Depp.
Yeah. It was fine, and I think it had a decent pace overall. I think they were all, for the most part, they were all kind of paced the same.
Yeah.
Intro trailer, then guy comes on, talks about it, post trailer, and then move on to something else.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if you're doing a conference like this, I guess that's the best way to do it.
I agree.
That's it.
You're done? Alright
Alright,
then.
sure.
Cool. Pretty much the same as Dwibs, really. This was like as a conference, you know, outside of the games themselves, was definitely the most organized, and it was better off for it, really.
I agree.
I'm also looking forward to that. I can't remember the name of the racing game.
The
But
Crew?
then there was Skull and Bones and Starlink, I think it was.
Yeah, Starlink.
Yeah, because I occasionally play, you know, random games like that don't you don't really have to do anything. They're just, you know, harmless fun. And the Mario and Rabbit stuff was really really interesting as well. I my only experience with that game, because I don't have a Switch, was I played it for quite a while at a Comic-Con last year, and it's definitely surprisingly one of the first games I'll probably get when I eventually get a Switch. So
yeah.
Yes, be looking forward to the Donkey Kong DLC as well, and I think that's pretty much it. It's a shame that because I actually do like the look and feel of the Assassin's Creed game, but unfortunately I really shouldn't get involved in that mess, all things considered.
Well, honestly,
So-
Shuri, just ignore the story and you should be fine. Well,
I
okay,
don't
the
think
modern
you can, I
story.
don't think you can in a game like that.
Okay, the modern storyline, because at this point they're practically non-existent, right, Tio?
Yeah. Speaking of, you're done, Shirai?
Pretty much, yeah. This was like for me, but I don't know. Like I don't really know what grade I would give them, but I'd say that this was the best conference so far.
Alright. Go ahead, Pedro.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Aside from Skull and Bones and the new Star Fox thing, and Mario and Rabbids, there's not that much here that's particularly up my alley, but the conference itself seems pretty good. And like I'm still miffed about the Ubisoft.
No,
Why don't you just
VR
make
game.
Why don't you just make that engine public at this point? Let someone else do it. Use this engine for something.
No, I want an Inspire.
Why did you make that engine with so many little games of you actually used it? Whatever.
Remember back in 2010 where they made a big deal of this engine?
Yeah, even I heard about it. Like, what happened? Did they, like, not have luck with the games made on
Remember,
it?
Java, the last one that it used was that Gravity Falls 3DS game.
Ah.
Anyway, yeah, it was, but yeah, it was still a pretty good conference, the best one so far, definitely. Unlike Microsoft, Ubisoft has nothing to prove outside of just the games they're showing, and the games all are theirs. So Ubisoft definitely basically wins so far by default.
It feels so ironic in a day and age where Ubisoft aren't the company with stuff to hide.
Mm-hmm.
Alright,
that's about it.
Alright, Tio, take us away.
It was decent enough for me. Better than EA and Square Enix, and like Pedro said, unlike Microsoft, it actually had stuff of their own to show, you know. Again, the thing that already ticked me the most were the Division 2 and the Crew 2. And well, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is just there. I ultimately don't care about it. It's a serviceable thing for the casual crowd, I guess. But everything else seemed very solid. Even that VR game with Elia would contribute to it. So there's that as well. Star Fox in Starlink, I get it because assonance is okay, but I'm actually interested to see if Ubisoft want to take the step further and actually do extra collaboration also with the other companies, because the potential is there. Again, Ratchet and Clank for the Sony version, get the hint. But it also Donkey Kong Country DLC, Skull and Bones, very rad pilot simulator, and that Beyond Good and Evil 2 trailer makes me really thinking of the direction we're gonna take the story, and that's a good thing on its own, but I don't want to say more because it's so spoilery.
I was gonna say I forgot about that because I actually like the humor seems very much for me from what I've seen of those so far. So I might look at those too.
Nice.
But anyway, yeah, the conference, I would probably give it 7.5 out of 10. There you go.
Not bad.
Right, we're done. So the next one is gonna be the PC one. I'm probably still gonna be in text for that.
Oh, you're gonna be a text
All right.
one? Okay, then. So it'll
Yes.
be me, Shiroy, and
Me.
Dwibs, indeed.
And
Alright.
maybe Red Halsey as well.
Oh, right, yeah.
All right then. See you for that.
See ya.
Oh, yeah,
See
and
ya.
Pedro. Bye.